Ghostly faces staring from windows, a single eye watching from under a bed, eerie figures looming over old family pictures. These look like harmless photos till you catch what's lurking in them. These are more mysterious photos that reveal something disturbing in the background. Well, this is an old picture, so old it doesn't even feel right calling it a photo. This is a photograph, damn it. It's a big family sitting outside their home, 6 kids and a mom and dad, lots of helping hands. But there's someone else posing for this picture. Peering out from the window in the background is the face of a little girl. She's blurry, but she's definitely there. Now, there are plenty of possibilities. Was she not part of the family? Wasn't allowed in the photo? Was she sick, quarantined in her room? Or is this the ghostly face of a child the family had lost? Alright, it takes a while to spot what's in this image, but see if you notice it before I give it away. So here we see a girl sitting in bed, propped up comfortably, smiling at the camera, but see if you notice something near the bottom of the bed, right where the mattress meets the frame. In the dark space underneath, there it is, an eye. It's clearly visible, catching the light. Someone is under the bed, not a shadow, not a trick of lighting. A person is lying under there, close enough to the edge that their face is right up against the gap, watching the room. And that raises the obvious question. Did she know this person was there? Was this someone she knew, hiding as a joke, or trying not to be seen by someone else in the house? That's the most harmless explanation. The other possibility is that someone broke in, made their way into her bedroom, and hid under her bed without her realizing, while she lay there smiling for a photo. They were underneath her, staring out from the dark. You can't see the rest of their face, you can't tell their expression. All you get is that single eye. Old black and white photos already feel strange by default. The stiff poses, the serious expressions, the sense that everyone in the picture is super dead. It all makes them feel distant and sort of unsettling. This one shows a family standing together outdoors, most likely in their backyard, but in the background, off to the left, near what looks like a doorway, there is a strange-looking figure. It doesn't blend in with the rest of the scene. It's a pale, almost glowing thing compared to everything around it. And while you can make out a face, the rest of the body isn't clear. It looks like a head emerging from the darkness, framed by the doorway. The facial features are visible, but they don't feel right. Is it a mask? I mean, sure, definitely a possibility, but it still gives the photo this haunted kind of vibe. I mean, it looks like one of those creepy old photos the main character in a haunted house movie finds in the attic. Here we see 3 men standing side by side, dressed in tuxedos, smiling confidently at the camera. Everything about this photo points to a celebration, some sort of formal event like a wedding. The image quality suggests it was taken sometime in the mid-2000s, back when cameras still gave everything that slightly grainy look. But these men look happy, relaxed, but down near their legs, something else is in the frame with them. Crouched low between them is Reagan from The Exorcist, apparently. It's pale, unnaturally so, and the way it's positioned, crouched between their legs, yeah, that ain't normal. The proportions don't make sense. It looks like it's squatting or hunched over, squeezed into a space it shouldn't fit in. You can't see the whole face, but what is visible is disturbing enough. It doesn't look like a person playing a prank or photo bombing. It looks like something that shouldn't be there at all. And what really gets people is how obvious it becomes once you see it. The thing is right between them, close enough they would have felt it if it were actually physical in a normal way. So when did they notice? Was it immediate, or did someone point it out later? This is an old wedding photo, black and white, the kind of stiff posing that was common in early photography. The bride and groom stand side by side, but looking past the ecstatic-looking couple, you may notice through a window there's what looks to be another person, a man wearing a suit and tie. At first glance, it seems like someone inside the house watching the couple. Then you look at his face, or what should be a face anyway. It isn't blurred like someone moving during a long exposure. It's something else. There's clearly a head there, and you can tell it's facing outward, but there are no distinct features, no clear eyes, no mouth, no nose, just this vague smudged area where a face should be. The clothing is visible, the shape of the head is there, but the identity isn't. Is it just a case of this being an old photograph and the background kind of being blurry? Sure, but some also wonder if this could be a deceased family member who decided to make a little visit from the other side, crashing their wedding photo. Well, this looks like a nice place to spend some quiet time. The walls are damaged, debris is everywhere, and the lighting is so poor that it's hard to tell what the space was originally used for. It feels unsafe just looking at it. First, your eyes bounce around the clutter trying to make sense of the mess, but stare at this picture long enough and you'll see it. It's pretty much dead center of the frame, a face peering out from what used to be a wall. Pale skin standing out against the darkness, two eyes reflecting the light, creating that unmistakable glow that you usually see with animals at night. The image quality is not great, which makes it hard to be certain what you're looking at, but the longer you stare, the worse it gets. The most reasonable explanation is that this is a person, maybe a squatter living in the building, maybe a cat. But if that's a person, then whoever took this photo was not alone. Someone was in there with them, hiding in the ruins, watching them for who knows how long. At first glance, this is just a photo of a tree trunk. Nothing special, the kind of thing you'd walk past without a second thought. But then you notice the spider. It's right in the center of the image, perfectly camouflaged against the bark, and it is not a small spider. Its legs stretch outward, blending in so well that it almost disappears, but when you see it, you can't unsee it. And I mean, comparing it to the size of the tree, you realize how big it actually looks. Big enough to cover most of an adult's hand, it looks like. The disturbing part isn't just the size though, it's how easy it is to miss. I mean, something that large can sit right in front of you and be invisible until you're already too close. That's just a creepy idea. Imagine walking through the woods as it starts to get dark and you're reaching out to steady yourself on a tree, and instead of bark, you touch something that moves, something furry with legs. This photo was taken at Fort Worden Artillery Battery, an abandoned military site in Washington known for its dark concrete tunnels and damp, echoing passages. Two people are standing inside one of those tunnels, embracing. It's not the kind of place I'd want to have a hug. Not really the kind of place I want to do anything other than finding my way out, but I digress. Little do they know, but above them, near the ceiling in the upper left corner of the frame, there's something else. At first it looks like it could be another explorer, but oh boy, does this person look off. First of all, they're in an incredibly uncomfortable position, wedged into a tight space near the ceiling. The face is hard to make out due to the low quality camera, but even accounting for distortion, something feels wrong. The proportions don't look human, the features seem warped, almost animal-like. It looks like a pig monster. Look at this, a cat standing at its food bowl, pausing mid-meal to look at the camera. But something else is looking at the camera too. Take a look at the darkness in the background. There's another pair of green eyes out there, reflecting light in the same way the cat's eyes do, but we don't know who or what they belong to. The photo was taken from an elevated position. You can see stairs going down and tree branches at the same height as the camera. That means whatever those eyes belong to is either very high up or very large. The spacing and size doesn't match a typical pet. Some people compare them to alligator eyes, but even that explanation doesn't make sense given the height of this thing. Whatever it was though, it was dangerously close to this person's house. Two friends pose for a photo using one of those old webcam image apps that came with computers in the 2000s. Not sure exactly when this was taken, but based on the image quality, I want to say around 2007 to 2009. Reminds me of something you'd see in the early days of Facebook. Crazy that pictures like this are considered retro now. Ugh. Anyway, they're smiling, they're relaxed, messing around, but at the bottom center of the frame, in the shadows, you'll notice there's another face. Of course, it's small, pale, dare I say, kind of demonic looking. Kind of looks like Chucky. It has that same wrongness, like something pretending to be human. And the worst part is the positioning. It's low to the ground, partially hidden, watching while the two guys smile for the camera. Something was there when the photo was taken. As for whether it was a genuine thing they happened to capture or a hoax, who knows? I have no idea where this image comes from, but that's what makes it all the more eerie. With all that said, I've been your host, James. I will catch you, yes, you specifically, in the next video.